The Forgotten Doll. In a small, isolated town nestled deep within a dense forest, there lived a young girl named Emily. She was known for her curiosity and her love for exploring the unknown. One fateful summer day, Emily stumbled upon an old, dilapidated cottage on the outskirts of town. It was said to be abandoned for decades, left to decay in the shadows of time. With a sense of excitement and trepidation, Emily cautiously pushed open the creaky wooden door and stepped inside. The air was heavy with dust, and the floorboards groaned under her weight. As she ventured deeper into the cottage, she noticed a small, hidden room tucked away behind a heavy curtain. Heart-pounding, Emily pulled the curtain aside and gasped at what she saw. The room was filled with an assortment of forgotten treasures, covered in cobwebs and layers of grime. Amongst the forgotten artifacts, her eyes fell upon an old doll sitting atop a wooden shelf. Its once vibrant colors had faded, and its porcelain face wore a hauntingly serene expression. Drawn to the doll's eerie charm, Emily carefully reached out and picked it up. She felt a strange energy emanating from the lifeless toy, but she couldn't resist taking it home. Unbeknownst to Emily, that decision would set off a series of terrifying events that would haunt her for the rest of her days. That night, as Emily lay in bed, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. She tossed and turned, her mind filled with restless thoughts. Just as she was about to drift off to sleep, she heard soft, melodic laughter drifting from the corner of her room. Startled, Emily sat up and peered into the darkness. There, illuminated by the pale moonlight, stood the doll. Its porcelain eyes glowed with an otherworldly light as it moved across the room, its tiny feet tapping lightly on the wooden floor. Emily's heart raced and fear clenched her throat as the doll approached her bedside. It spoke in a hollow voice that sent shivers down her spine, whispering words she could barely comprehend. "You have awakened me, child. Now you shall suffer the consequences." From that night on, Emily's life spiraled into a nightmarish existence. The doll, seemingly possessed by a malevolent force, tormented her relentlessly. It appeared in the most unexpected places, lurking in the shadows, watching her every move. Its haunting laughter echoed through the halls of her home, and its porcelain fingers left scratches on her bedroom walls. No matter where she turned, the doll was there, a constant reminder of the horror that had befallen her. It whispered dark secrets in her ear, slowly eroding her sanity. Sleep became an elusive luxury as nightmares consumed her every night, blurring the line between reality and the twisted realm of her subconscious. Desperate to escape the doll's clutches, Emily sought help from a local historian who had studied the town's dark past. He revealed a chilling tale of a cursed doll, once owned by a young girl, who had met a tragic and untimely end. Legend had it that anyone who disturbed the doll would suffer a similar fate. Armed with this knowledge, Emily resolved to rid herself of the doll's malevolent presence. She gathered her courage and ventured back to the abandoned cottage, determined to break the curse. As she approached the doll, her hands trembling, a sinister voice filled the room. "You cannot escape me, Emily. You are mine now, forever." At that moment, Emily realized the horrifying truth. The doll had no intention of letting her go. Its curse was unbreakable, and its grip on her soul was relentless. The room filled with an unholy darkness as the doll's porcelain face contorted into a sinister grin. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. But Emily's fate remained unchanged. She became a mere shell of her former self, trapped in an endless nightmare orchestrated by the cursed doll. As her mind withered away, she longed for release, for an end to the torment that consumed her existence. And so, dear reader, remember the tale of Emily and the Forgotten Doll, as a chilling reminder that some horrors cannot be escaped. For those who dare to disturb the forgotten and awaken the darkness, there is no redemption, no happy ending, only an eternity of suffering in the cold embrace of the unknown.